Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap
of game number 5, featuring the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins.
With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
We're in Miami, Florida.
Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Garden alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gets a defensive break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
One thing that I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough. Knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to battle and has earned the total respect of his teammates.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out a year ago with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of the route and go get the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Caleb Balaj. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Tommy Wagner's one of the more fluid middle linebackers in the NFL, able to range deep in coverage, also able to rush the quarterback both inside and off the edge, and is an absolute tackling machine in the running game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on a run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he's in Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
Now Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, your body.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called, fire out, and smack people.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, he'll buy some time running. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there that'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you play strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9. Wilson, he's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. We'll make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try to get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Will Dissly there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get turned it all loose.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Now a short one to Gesicki. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
They feel like this drive a little bit better there. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16, Fitzpatrick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense where you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a mullet in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
They're certainly playing down the distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. This is Carson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson, and the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
That next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the game there. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about it, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. You're second and 11. Now it's Carson. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. Quick business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
Now, throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Pass complete to Disley, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there counts for it, winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you to the end zone, get you 6?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From a very strong gain of 24. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Fitzpatrick on first down. And this is caught. It's Parker. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Called it to an okay game.
Throwing for his running back, he's got it complete. And now the ball's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Dixon has it. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gunn.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in after 1. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Wilson stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Wonder he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, it's complete to Lockett. 7 yards there at a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Play action. Now Wilson. They're rolling down right. Now he'll pull it down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. They're going to play action with Wilson. And he's got it wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Third quarter, you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wilson going to hand it to Burnside. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Lots of plays on this drive. I mean, I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try to run down here with Process. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Wilson. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Myers able to knock it through and push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Incomplete. This is Howard Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Back it down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless the receiver has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes it can turn into big plays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action now, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game, not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get in one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. He's got man, it's Williams. And now we'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they get momentum going, so you don't have a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you got them rocked on their heels.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're trying to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Blanche. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, And then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again, trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. As a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play. Don't let them do no game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Fitzpatrick to throw forward on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or 2, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Here's Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 3rd down, Carson, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Nixon as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, that can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Throwing again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of the one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Fitzpatrick again. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it down on Hearns that time, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fitzpatrick now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
Right. Seahawks are winners 13-0. We got to end the stream, and I'll be back with another one right when I set this up. So I'll be back in 1 minute. So see you soon.